This is a free sample of the book.
Your Parents Were Wrong, Debunking and Replacing Outdated Advice
By Cairo Copeland. Available on Amazon, Audible, and reinventideal.com. Chapter 9. Hard work isn't rewarded. Parents say, work hard and you'll be rewarded. Reality says, work hard and you'll be exploited. In the hallowed halls of corporate America, the age-old adage that hard work pays off is often met with skepticism and cynicism. For many workers, the harsh reality is that their efforts are not rewarded, but rather exploited by employers seeking to maximize profits and maintain the status quo. In a system rife with nepotism and favoritism, promotions and rewards are often doled out, not to the most deserving or the hardest working employees, but to those who possess the right connections or are willing to play the game. At its core, the notion that hard work is rewarded in America is a seductive myth, perpetuated by those in power to maintain the illusion of meritocracy and fairness. But scratch beneath the surface, and what do we find? A system plagued by inequality and injustice, where success is often determined not by one's abilities or contributions, but by who you know and who you blow. Take, for example, my experience as a financial advisor. Despite my additional credentials and certifications, I was passed over for promotion in favor of less qualified colleagues just because they were pretty girls and the branch manager wanted to fuck them. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but one that many workers are forced to accept in the cutthroat world of corporate America. When you're a hard worker, your employer decides that they like you right where you are, working hard at the current position forever. This doesn't mean be lazy and never try to achieve any upward mobility at your job. Despite the seemingly insurmountable obstacles that stand in their way, some workers find solace in the realization that the game is rigged, that the deck is stacked against them from the start. But in this realization lies a certain sense of liberation, of freedom from the relentless pursuit of success and recognition. For if hard work is not rewarded, then why bother striving for it in the first place? This philosophy of quiet quitting, as it's often called, is a radical departure from the traditional American narrative of success. Instead of pouring their heart and soul into their work, workers adopt a more pragmatic approach, focusing on maximizing their earnings in the short term while minimizing their stress and disappointment. It's a survival strategy born out of necessity, a means of navigating the treacherous waters of the modern workforce. So what then is the solution? How do we reconcile the harsh realities of the American workforce with the innate desire for fairness and justice? Recognize the inherent flaws and injustices of the system, and remind yourself that the only reason you're here is to make money. Yes, your employer is using you, but you should also be using them. You're only here until you've earned enough money to A. Retire, B. Start your own business and employ yourself, or C. Take time off work to find something better. You have no reason to be loyal to a company, so don't be. And you have every reason to use them, so use them. If you died tomorrow, your job opening would be posted before your obituary. This doesn't mean don't ever work hard. It means only work hard when there are clear, guaranteed rewards for working hard. Like in the chapter on credentials, do not do anything extra for an employer unless you can get it in writing from them that what extra you are doing will be rewarded with more money. The one exception to this chapter is overtime. If it's ever available, work it. Especially if you're a young man between the ages of 18 to 30. I can assure you, you are not missing out on anything. Your life really does not begin, or at least it doesn't get good, until your 30s. In the end, the notion of hard work is rewarded in America is just a myth. A comforting lie we tell ourselves to justify the inequalities and injustices of the system. But by recognizing this truth and working together to create a more meritocratic society, we can acquire finer futures for ourselves and for generations to come. Thank you for listening to this free sample of the book
Your Parents Were Wrong, Debunking and Replacing Outdated Advice
by Cairo Copeland. Available on Amazon, Audible, and reinventideal.com.